o'clock. I've been here, sitting here. I've been working, and planning my week. I did my menu for this week because I like to sit down and do a menu. And there's a lot of scribbles here because I keep changing my mind. But you know, you just go with it. I want to wait to see if anybody connects with me so we can talk, because who needs the connection? I do. I miss everybody. How was your Sunday? Did you go to church? Did you attend church at home? Tell me what church do you go to? We go to one that is called Mid Valley Bible Church. We love it. We love the people there. They're amazing. And they're actually very welcoming church. And so we are going to be seeing them soon. I'm praying for that. I don't know when, but I know it's going to happen soon. But for now, we're attending church in our living room, in our recliners, which incidentally, it's going to be tough to go back because I'm going to miss my recliner. I think I'm going to request recliners for church now because those are very comfy. Anyway, so I did, today I was pretty busy. I was trying to do things done, get things done. Sundays is my planning day. And so I plan my menu for the week. I sit down and I just write what I'm going to serve for lunch and dinner. I don't really plan out for breakfast for the family because I was doing that at one point, but then I found that they weren't eating it. Like I was planning, their meals and everything, and then they weren't eating their meals. They weren't eating their breakfast as I planned it. So I noticed that everybody was going for whatever they felt like eating in the morning. So I was like, I am not making you guys breakfast because then it goes bad. Like I will make, muffins, breakfast muffins. I will make, the only one who will eat it though is Ralph, but not the majority. And so I was like, I'm making all this food and you guys are not eating it. So forget it, I am not gonna eat it. So I decided not to anymore. I'm gonna make this public so to see if more people can connect with me. In any event, I plan only for lunch and dinner. So at lunch, I make lunch for everybody. And at dinner as well, I make dinner for everybody. And then I try to cook a little more because on Saturdays, I have declared that Saturdays is my day off. Who has a day off? Do you have a day off for cooking? I mean, I've been cooking a lot these days. So I made the announcement to my family, Saturdays, you guys are on your own. You can do it. So there's leftovers and there's sandwiches and there's quesadillas and you guys can do it. So I provide like healthy things to do, but I don't cook on Saturdays. I don't know if you guys have a day off, but I do. I like to take that day and just rest and whatnot. Like yesterday, we watched a movie together. It was pretty good. So yeah, I did my menu. And also, I did my planning for my week and what I'm going to be talking about this week and what I'm going to be doing. So I'm very excited. I'm in the middle actually of finishing my first blog for the week. And I'm going to be talking about sugar. Sugar is something that we all have in our house. Do you remember seeing, do you ever seen those things, like history things that says how much things were in the 40s and the 50s? I wasn't around in those days, but like they have almanacs, I think, of what was happening. Actually, I have one here. I just remembered. I got one for 1970, and they list what was the cost of living, and usually they will list, see, sugar. You see it right here, granulated sugar, and they will say that it was 60 cents for 5 pounds. This is very typical. You see it like everywhere. How much was the cost of living in the day, back in the day? This is in the 70s. So sometimes they have it like for the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and, those years. I was in the 70s. But sugar has been like in our homes since you and I can remember. But what is it? And I'm going to be talking about how refined sugar can really affect our health and in what way. And so I'm also going to be talking about in the blog how we find sugar, natural sugars in foods, and what the difference is. And I'm also going to be giving options of what to use instead of sugar. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm also going to share some recipes. So check this out. I like to practice with my family when I do recipes. I love to just, do just practice with them. Sometimes, or I should say, most times it's really good. Most times it's great. They love it. And so they eat it and they're like, oh, this is great. Sometimes they will say, no, this is not really that great. And so I experiment, and so I do it again, and then until I get it right. Well, this week I had a pork loin that I bought, and it was really tender, really good. So I roasted it with some rosemary and some ingredients, and then I put some potatoes, and then I made a gravy, which was really, really tasty. And my husband said, whatever you did, do it again. And so I thought, okay, I need to write this down, because I wrote it down in a little post-it, because I actually did make it up as I was going along, and I just kind of put some flavors together, and it worked. It worked. So I'm very excited to share that with you. And then I'm going to be talking about also another blog of, why we think that eating healthy. I have my notes here, guys, so I don't forget what I'm saying. But why eating healthy is expensive. We have that in our heads that, oh, if I eat healthy, I'm going to waste a lot of money, or spend a lot of money. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that. Thursdays is our smoothie day. So I'm talking about, I'm going to be sharing a recipe for smoothies. So this week I'm getting my products from Young Living, and one of those products is the protein, chocolate protein pack that I want to try. So I've never tried it, so I'm going to try it and tell you if it's good or not, and if I recommend it or not. And then I'm going to talk about also about what we smell, the smells in our house. Do we want it to smell nice? What do we use for that? Candles, things like that. So I'm going to be talking about that. And then I'm going to share my recipe for spaghetti. My kids love my spaghetti. I don't use any jar sauce. I make my own sauce, and it's super, super easy, fast, and it's yummy, really yummy. And then and Sundays I usually share a little sweet treat, so I'm gonna do that as well on Sunday. So this is going on in my groups. So I have 2 groups going on, and I've told you about it before, and I can tell you again. I have 2 groups on Facebook, one in English and one in Spanish. And so they have the same content. It's just that I'm bilingual, so I have one group in Spanish and one group in English, but I just do the same content in both. The only difference will be like the language, right? So the post, I'll be sharing a little bit more of the blogs and things like that, but the recipes and the smoothies and everything do go with the group. So I would love for you to join us. It's free and it's very simple. This month we're doing healthy living, so it's been really fun to do things and sharing recipes. We have a contest going on. I have giveaways going on right now. So you can join us and be part of it and just have fun with us as well as we walk this journey together. So that's what's going on this week. I hope you can join us, and I'll be happy to have you. And of course, I talk about Young Living in the group as well, and I just talk about self-care. That's something that is very big for me, and I talk more about that, and I talk more about how to take care of oneself, to take care of us, and talk about living a healthy life as well. You have a great Sunday, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Make a comment here, and I'll come and see it, and we can be in touch. But that's what's going on. So I hope you can join us. Talk to you soon. Bye.